hope everyone's had a lovely break. I did. I ate lots of good food. I'm still a bit sick, so let's keep things super simple for today's recipe video. Hi everyone, it's Tash and welcome to another recipe video. And today we are making a super simple churro French toast. I absolutely love churros. When I went to Spain many years ago, I swear I ate them every night. If you don't know, churros are a kind of batter that is extruded through a star-shaped nozzle, so they're like long, spiky donuts. They're deep fried, they are rolled in sugar and cinnamon, and they are often dipped in thick hot chocolate. And I'm going to be making French toast churro style today. To make this even more churro style, you should technically deep fry your French toast, which can be done, but because today I'm still really sick, my cough lasted forever, and now it's turned into a really heavy head cold. I can't be bothered to be dealing with all of that oil, so we're going to be shallow frying it. Still in more oil than usual, but I'm not going to be dunking the toast in a whole vat of oil, because then I'd be stuck putting the oil away, etc, etc. So we're keeping things super simple today, and I'm going to teach you how to make that Spanish hot chocolate for dipping too. A lot of general churros recipes I've seen online, the chocolate sauce that they give is literally just melted chocolate with cream. So a lot of people just give a recipe for a ganache, which is absolutely fine, delicious, I love a good ganache. But in Spain what they actually served it with was a flour thickened hot chocolate, which is usually either cocoa, sugar, milk and corn flour, or chocolate, sugar, milk and corn flour, or just chocolate, milk and corn flour without the extra sugar. That's the one I'm going to make because I think with the chocolate is sweet enough. Okay, enough talk, my mouth is watering just thinking about it, so let's go to the kitchen and see how it's done. We're going to prepare our sugar dip first. I've got 100 grams of caster sugar here, and I'm going to stir in 2 teaspoonfuls of cinnamon. Now I'm going to make the egg batter in a great big dish. This is going to make it easier for me to soak both slices of bread that I'm going to use at the same time. I'm going to crack in 2 eggs, add in 150 millilitres of milk, and after adding 150 millilitres of milk we're also going to add 50 millilitres of double cream. This is going to be a very luxurious custard mixture. Now we're going to give everything a good beating. And now I have 2 very thickly sliced, generally sliced slices of bread. This is actually some chocopan I made yesterday. This is homemade milk bread. I'll pop the link up the top of how I made it. There are 2 different ways of baking this actually. There's one way you use the square loaf pan, the Pullman loaf with the lid, which is the one I'll link up there now. And there's also another way where you just use an ordinary loaf tin, so you don't get the squared top, but it's still equally nice. And I'll pop another link to another recipe I have where I don't use the square loaf, and I just use an ordinary tin too. So yes, you can use chocopan, that's Japanese or Chinese milk bread, Tangzhong bread works well too, or you can use brioche, and in fact you can use any bread, but milk bread or brioche are the best because they are very rich. And we're going to just pop them straight in there, give them a flip over, and we're just going to wait until as much of that egg mixture has soaked in as possible. And while we wait for that to soak in, let's make our chocolate sauce. We're going to do a little bit of prep work here. I have 1 teaspoonful of corn flour. I'm going to gradually stir in 2 tablespoonfuls of milk, and this is going to be our thickening roux. Well, it's not really a roux because we're not adding butter to it, but a thickening slurry. Let's set this aside here. And now here I have 50 grams of chocolate. I actually have a mixture of dark and milk chocolate. I was just going to use dark chocolate because that's what I prefer, but I had a few milk chocolate chips left over, so I decided to go half-half. You can use just milk chocolate, just dark chocolate, even just white chocolate, it's up to you. But for a more authentic look for the Spanish hot chocolate, dark is better, but I'm just using a mixture today. And I'm not going to add any more sugar because this is plenty sweet enough for me, but if you want yours a bit sweeter, then at the end when you've finished the chocolate sauce, then just add sugar a little bit at a time, just to your taste, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to pour in 100 millilitres of milk, switch the heat on to medium, and I'm just going to keep stirring it until the chocolate has dissolved into the milk. And when we've got to this point, when everything is all melted and well combined, we're going to give our slurry another stir, make sure all that corn flour is distributed within the milk, and we're going to quickly stir it in. And now we're going to keep mixing until this is thickened. I'm going to bring the heat back up a smidge. Now that it's thickened, I'm going to do something very cheeky. I'm going to turn the heat off. Take it off the heat to the side here because it is boiling a bit. We don't want it to boil. And because I found a few more in my cupboard, I'm going to add 25 grams more of dark chocolate. This is going to make it even richer. So altogether we have added 75 grams of chocolate. And again, you can use it in any combination you like. This is looking absolutely wonderful, really thick. Give it a good whisk, make sure all of that dark chocolate is well combined. And now your sauce is done, you can reheat it whenever you want. This is pretty much done. It is going to form a skin on the top because you've just heated milk, and milk does that. When it cools down, the protein solidifies on top. But it's okay, just give it a quick whisk in and you're all good. The skin won't be too thick. Okay, let's do our French toast. Okay, we're ready to roll. Our toasts, our breads have soaked up as much as they possibly can. And here we have a pan of hot oil. I have enough oil to cover up to 1 centimetre above the bottom, so quite a fair bit of vegetable oil in there. And we're simply going to fry these on each side for a couple of minutes on each side until golden brown. After a couple of minutes, don't forget to flip it over. Once it's golden on both sides, we're going to lift it out and we are going to put it on a plate with some kitchen paper to drain off the excess oil. As you can see, I have a little production line going here. I've got my French toast, which is still hot, so be careful. But I do have asbestos hands. And I'm going to dunk it, as you can see, all over in our cinnamon sugar that we had prepared earlier. Get all the sides, don't be shy. We're going to plate it up, and you can probably hear that I am also cooking our next slice of French toast. So cook that, do the same, pop it on the towel to drain off excess oil, give it a good coating in our cinnamon sugar and stack it up. And of course, once both slices of toast are cooked and covered in that lovely cinnamon sugar, it's time to stack them up and drizzle over lashings of that hot chocolate sauce. Let's dig in, shall we? Oh wow, that looks utterly divine. Oh, okay, I've gone a little bit crazy with the chocolate sauce. You can never go too crazy with the chocolate sauce. But it is making it rather hard to keep still without spilling it everywhere. But it's safe to say this is an absolute monster of a French toast. Look at the structure on it, you can practically live in it. It's almost as big as my flat, which isn't saying much in London. Anyway, I'm going to take a bite-sized piece. Oh, it smells amazing, by the way, so cinnamony and chocolatey. Cheers! Oh my goodness. The French toast is custardy on the inside, crisp on the outside, coated in that lovely cinnamon sugar, and our thickened Spanish hot chocolate is just so luscious. I'm glad I added that extra chocolate in at the end now. What an amazing breakfast slash brunch slash dessert. You know what, whack a scoop of ice cream on top of that, great dessert. I mean, I love a good dish that blurs the line between meals. Anyway, I'm still feeling very rough with my cold. I'm going to wrap things up now and just bundle myself in a blanket with a hot cup of coffee and the rest of this. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe video, and I hope you'll join me next Wednesday for my next one. Get the full written recipe on my blog tashcakes.com, follow me on Instagram, I'm tashcakes.tastes, and find me on TikTok too, I'm tashcakes there too, but my handle is food in slow motion. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to see more. Give this video a like if you'd like to help other people find it. Comment down below if you'd like me to make anything in particular, and I'll see you all next year. It's never funny, is it? Be good, be nice, and sincerely this time, a very happy new year to you all. 2024, here we come.